in when you start making excuses as to not wearing the PPE or not following certain procedures and policies. Excuses can become really costly, not just for you, but for the company. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and begin.
Serious business.
All right, here it is.
John Kimmelitz.
Workplace safety. You hear about it all the time. You've been trained in safety procedures and you know the safe way to perform your job. Why then are serious accidents and injuries still occurring? Well, there's a million excuses. Safety glasses are perhaps the most common form of personal protective equipment. They're also one of the most effective. Safety glasses protect your eyes from a wide variety of hazards in the workplace. They work. Your company provides them for you. They're required. So why don't people wear their eye protection when required? Well, there's a million excuses.
My safety glasses are all scratched up.
Wow.
I don't have time to look for them. I'm in a hurry. Safety glasses are uncomfortable. I wear them, just not all the time. They make me look funny. I'm only going to be in that area for just a second. I never wear them, and I still have both of my eyes. I lost them. Bob doesn't wear his.
There really is no valid excuse for not wearing eye protection.
My safety glasses are all scratched up.
Well, get a new pair.
I don't have time to look for them. I'm in a hurry.
What takes more time? Looking for your safety glasses or looking for a new job after you lose an eye?
Safety glasses are uncomfortable.
So's an eye patch. Next.
I wear them, just not all the time.
Well, that's better than never wearing them, but not much.
They make me look funny.
Sorry to say, but it's not the glasses.
I'm only going to be in that area for just a second.
That's how long it takes to lose an eye. Just a second.
I never wear them, and I still have both of my eyes.
Famous last words.
I lost them.
Get a new pair, or you might lose more than your safety glasses.
Bob doesn't wear his.
Well, I hate to say this, but if Bob didn't wear his pants at work, would you?
Wow.
The chemicals you use at work can be dangerous. You know that. But if you follow the rules, they're perfectly safe. What rules, you ask? Well, first of all, you've got to know what chemical you're working with. You do this by reading the label. Next, you've got to know the properties and hazards presented by the chemical. This may also be listed on the label. Or you may need to consult the MSDS for more information. But sometimes people become complacent and don't take the steps necessary to work safe. What's your excuse?
I used that container yesterday. I read the label then. I use it at home without goggles. That stuff's got to be harmless. Listen, I'm a machinist, not a chemist. There's no label on the container.
If there's no label, don't use it. And if you want more information than what's contained in the label, you read the MSDS, right?
What's an MSDS? I don't know where they are. The only one who reads those is the safety guy.
And these excuses aren't valid either, are they?
I used that container yesterday. I read the label then.
Well, that's great. But how do you know someone didn't put something else in that container after you used it? You don't without reading the label.
I use it at home without goggles.
That's your business, but you're not going to do it here.
That stuff's got to be harmless.
Maybe, maybe not. You won't know without reading the label.
Listen, I'm a machinist, not a chemist.
Well, that's great too. But everyone, regardless of their job responsibilities, needs to follow procedures. You are not excused.
There's no label on the container.
Then don't use it, period. What about material safety data sheets, or MSDS?
What's an MSDS?
I just told you. MSDS stands for Material Safety Data Sheets, and they contain everything you need to know about a chemical or other hazardous substance.
I don't know where they are.
Then ask. They are readily available.
The only one who reads those is the safety guy.
That means the safety guy is informed and safe. Where does that leave you? You've all been trained on how to lift safely. You've seen the videos, heard the statistics, and done the drills. It's an established fact that lifting safely prevents back injuries. So why don't you use safe lifting procedures?
I've been lifting this way my whole life. I don't lift anything heavy. I thought I could lift it by myself. All that stuff you see in safety videos is just a bunch of it. It takes too long to do it that way. It doesn't matter. My back hurts all the time anyway. I can't do it that way. I lift 1,000 things a day. Who has time to do it that way?
Good excuses? Hardly. And why is that? Well, let's have a look.
I've been lifting this way my whole life.
A lifetime of improper lifting is a pretty weak excuse.
I don't lift anything heavy.
It doesn't make any difference. You can injure your back by lifting something as light as a pencil if you do it improperly.
I thought I could lift it by myself.
Bad choice. If it's too heavy to lift by yourself, ask a coworker for assistance.
All that stuff you see in safety videos is just a bunch of hooey.
Yeah, that's right. You know more than safety experts and ergonomics engineers.
It takes too long to do it that way.
Wrong. It takes the same amount of time to lift something safely as it does to do it unsafely.
It doesn't matter. My back hurts all the time anyway.
Well, maybe that's because you've been lifting the wrong way. Fix your technique, and maybe your back won't hurt so bad.
I can't do it that way.
Yes, you can. Everybody can.
I lift 1,000 things a day. Who has time to do it that way?
You do. Live safely, or you may have all the time in the world. Let's face it, workplace safety isn't going to just go away. In fact, if you refuse to follow safety policies and procedures, you may be the one going away. We want to keep all of you, and we want to keep you all safe. That's why our safety policies and procedures were developed, for your safety. So why don't you follow safety policies and procedures?
Nobody's going to tell me what to do. Safety is not my responsibility. What difference does it make? Who cares?
Those are some pretty weak excuses as well, but unfortunately, they're not uncommon.
Nobody's going to tell me what to do.
Maybe not, but failure to follow safety rules and procedures will result in disciplinary action.
Safety is not my responsibility.
Yes, it is. The safety of your workplace is everyone's responsibility.
What difference does it make?
It makes a big difference. If you don't follow procedures, you're putting everyone at risk. Yourself, your coworkers, the company, and your family.
Who cares?
You better. If you don't care about safety, you're probably going to become a statistic. One of thousands of workers each year with a million excuses.
Sorry, if I don't do this, I always end up forgetting it in the DVD player. And then I use my computer and then I can find it later on.
Anyways,
As a safety guy, you know, I make the rounds, I do project inspections, I get every excuse in the book. There's always a reason why somebody's not doing something the way they should be doing it. And one of the most common reasons I get, one of the most common excuses is that I'm only gonna be doing it a second. But how fast does it take for, you know, poop to go south and then accidents happen? How fast is, you know, how long does it take for something to fly up into your face and take an eye out or cause, you know, severe damage to your eye where you get an infection and now you have to go through the whole process of getting it taken care of. You gotta go to the hospital, you gotta work, you're on light duty. Those are some of the costs you need to think about. You know, you're not just talking about, okay, physical pain here, you're also talking about financial strife potentially. You know, if you're out of work, depending on whatever injury you sustained because you made an excuse as to why you didn't need to wear that piece of personal protective equipment, how long are you gonna be out of work? You know, we talk about workers' comp and, you know, how that's only 66% of what your normal salary, normal rate is. You know, that's not a whole lot for a heck of a lot of us. That's not enough necessarily to pay the bills, especially if we're the only breadwinner in the family. So that can be very costly on your behalf. And also you think about a company, okay, if they sustain a bunch of small little accidents throughout the year, what that ends up doing is driving up the workers' comp insurance, which means that they have to pay more for insurance, which means they have more overhead, which means it's harder to compete for jobs and to stay competitive. And that's just from employees, you guys, sustaining and receiving these injuries that are recordable that have to be reported. So for yourselves, never make an excuse as to why you can't do something the right way or why you can't wear the correct piece of personal protective equipment. You know, you're sitting there cutting concrete and I see over there on the truck that there's a perfectly good face shield. Well, you just got basically a shirt or something around your face and you got safety glasses on. All it would take is, what, maybe a minute and a half to go up there, get the face shield, put it on, go back and go to work. It doesn't take that much time. All right? Just keep that in mind when you're out there in the field. Take the precautions. Do it right. Any questions? Anybody got anything to say? All right, thanks for your time.